Good morning, pregame crew. It is Wednesday, July 21st, 8:24 a.m. Eastern, 6:24 Mountain Time. I'll get started in just a few minutes doing an audio and visual check. If you could let me know if you can see my screen and hear my voice. Hi, Tamazon, Brian, Dawn, Rosie. Hey, Rosie, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, David, Sue. Perfect. Thanks, Chuck. I'll get started in just a minute, but when I see questions, I can't help myself but answer. So, very volatile name, Sue. Very volatile. Here are some levels if you want to screenshot it, Sue. Looks like Lex Pharmaceuticals had some good news. Everyone has to find their trading journey, and my trading journey has led me to a point where I don't trade these. So if you ever find me super pessimist about the outcome of these, because they typically end in a trail of tears. So you rip, and then you have Pareto's principle, where 80% of the people that bought are holding the bag. 20% of the people make money and 80% lose money. I have found that these super volatile biotech, low float, that they cause me more pain and suffering than I would like. I prefer something that's within the normal ATR, average true range, something like Amazon, Tesla, Apple, that I can trade and I am comfortable with it. So if you ever find me a little bit more pessimistic, it's because I've seen how much pain they've caused, and I don't like to lead people down that road. So with that being said, doesn't mean that you can't trade these with high degrees of success. It's just not this isn't my lane. It isn't my lane. So Lex, here's your level, Sue. Hey, P Court, good to see you. Okay, CEMI. We'll get started in 3 minutes. Again, I'm just going through the room and doing what I do, answering questions because I like helping. So here's your resistance and support levels, Sue. Again, this is up 104%. This isn't my lane. Resistance 451, 456, 495. Support 396, 370. Nice volatility. Could be a nice scalper today. Just trade the levels and treat every chart that you see. Treat every chart. This is a ceiling in the house. Ceiling. And these are floors. So you want to buy at floors, short at ceilings. That will make your life super, super simple with these high risk names. Man, we got a lot of people this morning getting started early on this hump day. So who haven't I said hi to? Hey, Brian, just a random guy. Naresh, I hope you're killing shop. Bobby, Widow Puppy, Planet Powered Zulu, you're new. Hey, Frank. My man P Court, Aaron, Danny, Jason, Slow Devil, Live Trade Die. I was about to say Live Trade Die. Jose, hi. David Baby, I love saying your name. Travis, Jorge, Virtual Crickets, Danny, 1988, All Natural. Yo, hey, Bobo. We got 2 minutes. You don't like pain. Me either. So I just avoid things that cause me pain. And it doesn't mean that I couldn't technically trade it. It's just like a dysfunctional relationship. Yesterday during the midday live at TCG, we do a live. So right after I'm done at 9 a.m. Eastern, Dan will go live today. He'll go live for approximately an hour and a half. Then we have a midday live, and then we have an end of day live. So we're constantly answering member questions and going over technical trading tips. And yesterday someone asked me about a name. I forget which name it was. It was some type of low float, and they said I think it was you, Dawn, and it caused them pain. And it was just a frustrating ticker. It's just like a dysfunctional relationship. I mean, you remember that high school boyfriend or girlfriend that was totally dysfunctional. It's constant fighting. I don't have time for dysfunctional relationships this time in my life. So I have dysfunctional relationships with certain stocks. They don't work for me. We don't jive. We just don't, it's not symbiotic. So I just back away from it. So as part of your trading journey, it will help you to journal and go through the types of names that don't work for you or that work for you and the type of setups that work for you. So I guess we're officially getting started. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. And if you were to come to me and say, Lori, will you mentor me? Which is not something I'm doing right now. I don't have the time. But the first thing that I will ask you is, what's working? And 99% of the time, people don't know what's working. So if you're a trader, you should know what's working. Is it top fish setups? Is it bottom fish setups? Is it inside bars, EQs, oversold balances? What is your lane? What's working? Do forensics on your trading. And I will also ask you, what days of the week do you trade better? Yesterday, I had an amazing day. I went to work out. I came back, closed out some of my trades, and then I started trying to go counter trend at the end of the day when we obviously were having a trend day. I messed up. I gave back about 15% of my day, and then I stopped. So I know that my opening range trades are typically my best trades. And the more I can stay away from the time zones that I don't trade well in, or I'm not really a great counter trend trader. And I hope this helps, that I'm just revealing my weaknesses, because it doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to some of the things I say. I'm just trying to help you know what your lane is, do the forensics on your trading, do your trading journal, find out emotionally what are your triggers, stay away from those names, stay away from those triggers. And I think it'll help you in your trading journey. Okay, so with the pregame show, what we do every day is we go over the Fab Four futures, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the morning. Just a reminder, we do this for fun and we're not financial advisors. Anything that we say is said because I love the market. We love talking about trading. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not certified to do that. I went to an SEC college. I have a couple degrees, but they're from a SEC school, so I don't know how good they are. LSU, something about Slow Learner University or something like that. But anyway, so what we share with you is we're just trying to give you the best setups that we see, and trading is an individual sport. Let me say that again. Trading is an individual sport. I would love to take credit for any idea that I've given you that's worked out, but I'm just giving you the trade idea. It's the trade planning and execution that's the hard part, and when you do that, it's all on you. That is kudos to you, not to me. So, and if you mess up, that's on you as well. It is an individual sport, and I'm going to give you trading ideas every single day. And then at 9 a.m. Eastern, the minute I close the microphone, more data enters the market and setups change. More news. Yesterday, Peloton. I got a nice pre-market Peloton flip, and I didn't discuss it with you at all because the news didn't come till after I closed the mic. So again, individual sport. Here's my trading setup. On TradingView, yellow and purple are simple 50 and 200 moving averages. Green and red are the 8 and 21 EMA. The yellow candles are inside bar ranges. I use the CM Ultimate RSI multi-time frame. The red means overbought, green means oversold, and TTM Squeeze Thinkorswim default. I'm primarily an options trader intraday, and I like to see when pressure is building, so that's how I use the TTM Squeeze. So with ES, we are pulling back, and odds favor a lower high from here. We're giving ourselves enough room for a higher low. If you say you're just speaking French, what the heck are you talking about? These are TCG terminology that we use to explain what we see. So we have this lower high forming. Where it stops, nobody knows. And then when it stops, we have enough room for a higher low, like so. So higher low, the last low support, 4315, 4313, 4313. We don't know where we're going to top out. Right here, we don't know. And your next resistance is up at 4337, 433850. So on the daily, on SPY, we are looking for a lower high. Odds favor a lower high. You typically are not going to get this range. Well, don't guess, Lori. What is it? So we had 3.6% pullback. That's a pretty big pullback for SPY. So odds favor that we're going to get a lower high. Where we top, we don't know, but we have enough room for a higher low. So gun to head. Lori, you must pick a direction for the rest of the day that you can only trade. I would be looking bearish. We are coming into the 4-hour 50 MA. We are coming into a zone. So if I had a Darvis box here, and we just start looking at areas overhead where a lot of inventory went off, price history. We are coming into that volume. So sellers who sold up here could look to defend that. So we have a 4-hour inside bar on ES, high of 433850, low of 431375. We do have a cute little 4-hour EMA cross, which I like. But again, I would only be able to look short here. This isn't a Head and Shoulders, but I don't like this rounded top on ES either. So I would be looking to short this 433850. I would give it all the way up to 4340. 4340 for a short. Again, this is just odds. All I can do is trade odds. And with this type of recovery that we've had on SPY, consolidation at this point would be healthy. And in a lot of names, we're just looking for higher lows. So 4310 is that key support for the day. So of our top 4, RTY is bouncing the best. I was terribly wrong on IWM yesterday. And I have no problems admitting when I was wrong, saying that I would be looking for a short. I had to go bullish quick on IWM. So we had this Head and Shoulders that I called out. We had people in the room that took it. We got down to this 21-22 level, and man, did we reverse hard. Any type of, Dan covered it on yesterday's video. If you didn't watch Dan's aftermarket video yesterday, go get it, go save it, put it on your TV when you're cooking, whatever. It is an important show that he went over, and it was just tons and tons of tidbits. I took notes while I was watching it, and he talked about bear flags without follow through. Well, yesterday I added this to my notes as it was happening. Head and Shoulders I've gone over many, many times live during TCG, after TCG. Y'all know I find it the least reliable pattern. Well, yesterday really showed it. We had this bear break and then reverse, and I had to switch to call. So I got out of my RTY short, which I entered after hours, and I had to flip to IWM calls because the bull volume and this, flip it and reverse it. What's that song? Flip it and reverse it. I can't think of the hip hop song. But anyway, they seriously reversed it. So my call was wrong, and I had to be agile and nimble and change with the market conditions. So we had a Head and Shoulders pattern with very little follow through. It was a key signal to look the other way. Resistance 2216, support 218440. So we are running into the 4-hour 50 MA as well. Up here on RTY, 4-hour inside bars are the story of the day. So RTY is the strongest, then YM, 4-hour inside bar here. And we're looking for lower highs on this 15-minute. Actually, let me do the path. I love this little thingy. So where we top out, we don't know, but we are getting an upper wick right here, and we have plenty of room for a higher low. So we could tighten up. Let me see. So if I move my bar over here, we're on mountain time. So maybe around 9 a.m., so maybe 30 minutes after open, we could break from this tightening range. Does that make sense? So we came down here. Now we're just trying to find our footing. So they fight. They duke it out, and then we want to be positioned for the end of the fight, and we're going to go with the victor, and we're going to be best friends with the biggest bully. Is it going to be the bear or the bull today? We don't know, but we're going to wait and see who wins and then go with the winner. And then market internals help me. I talk about this every day. Help me figure out how fast they're driving the car and who's in control. NASDAQ is the weakest this morning. We have support at 14668 and then down at 14516. We have talked about this a lot. I haven't mentioned, I'm going to delete all this because this is important. We haven't mentioned this in a while. This is an area where we had some serious bull momentum. We went straight up and we wiped out the order book. When we come back down into that prior area here, so we're saying these areas match. This support and this resistance. If we float back down into this level, we could come down hard because we wiped out the order book. Does that make sense? So when we take the elevator up, and that is basically we're building a house and we're just throwing the scaffolding up. We just throw a little floor down, throw a scaffolding up. It's temporary foundation. And when you come back down into that temporary foundation, it can be weakened. If none of that made sense, that's okay too. So 15-minute lower high is what we're looking for. We have plenty of room for a higher low. go. And again, probably around 20 to 40 minutes after we open, we could determine a direction from all of these EQs that are setting up. Okay, I think I covered the Fab 4 futures. Oh yeah, Missy Elliott, that's it. Work it. And I love Work It, so I should know that. That is so embarrassing that I just didn't get it. And I see some macro comments in the room. I promise you, if you want to just improve your quality of life starting today, let go of all things macro. You would have to study approximately 8 to 10 hours a day and have a background in economy to stay up with the macroeconomy and the environment. We hear people talk about tapering, transitory, printing press, blah, blah, blah. Back up, let it go. Just trade price action. This is my biggest tip for you today. Let go of, I'll give you 2 tips. Let go of the conspiracy theory that all these MMs are out to make your life hard. No, they don't care about you. You are a blip on their radar. They care about institutions, but they don't care about you. And I'm sorry to say that, but they don't. Nobody's out to get you. You're the only person who does the self-sabotage. And the second thing is to let go of all macro principles and your desire to master them. So you can either be a master of one of 2 things. Here you go. Are you going to master TA or econ? Choose. You can't do both. I'm just going to wait for a second. Let that sink in. TA or econ, choose. You can't master both. Give it up. Trade price action. That's all you need to know. Now, here's an asterisk on that comment. Fundamentals are fun. I tell my kids if they want to get into trading, they love Snapchat. Hey, buy Snapchat. You like Instagram? Buy Facebook. Buy things that that's fundamental trading, and then just slowly average into them with dollar cost averaging. That's different than macroeconomics. So let it go. There's your peacemaking concept for the day. Okay, gold is dumping down here. I couldn't short gold down here. And I think Dan was talking about a dollar rising wedge as well. So this is interesting. Coming into support 17.95 and the next support 17.91. We have hourly approaching oversold. This could be a bottom fish level on gold. So last week we talked about this daily. Let me get my path. I know I'm inefficient with my drawing tools, but that's okay. Okay, so we have this daily EQ on gold. Last week, we talked about this short here at the daily 50 MA. We talked about that on Friday, or actually last Thursday. And now we got that lower high set, and now we're attempting to get a higher low relative to 17.95. Below that is 17.91. If we lose 17.91, your next support is not until 17.50. So with hourly oversold, we're looking for that daily low to get put in. This is a low risk bottom fish opportunity on gold right here with 17.95, and I would give it $1 wiggle room on gold futures. We have oil inventory today. Oil has got some giddy up. It's already negated my little resistance. So now with oil, same thing with NQ. Look, we're entering an area where we wiped out the order book on the way down. So when we re-enter that range, we can really take the elevator back up. They just stripped the flooring or the ceiling. They just stripped it and we could just float up. Okay, all of my building analogies need work. But we have support at 67.92, 67.87, 67.38, resistance 68.50, and then up at 69.28. Oil's got some giddy up and go. We have inventory today at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Please be careful with oil, and I'd be careful with oil up here. We are looking for that daily higher low to be daily lower high to be put in. And I personally would prefer it up around 69.85, the confluence of the 8 EMA and the 50 MA on the daily. Careful with oil today. Bitcoin with a beautiful bounce overnight. I really messed up a Matic order. I played the oversold bounce. Dan and Devin were calling it out. Shout out yesterday, the oversold bounce. I played it, had great gains, and I forgot a sell order and ended up going short. And I didn't mean to, so that wasn't fun overnight, but that's all right. It's trading. And I have to come up with a solution. So my solution is every evening I set a calendar appointment to remind myself to check my orders before I go to bed. Support 31346, 30780, 30731, resistance 31721. And then above 31721 is 31887. We're getting pretty extended up here. 4 hour running into that 50 MA. So bears are looking to position themselves here. We have a bearish reversal candle forming on the 4 hour. We got a little bit before this one actually it just started, so we got a while before it closes. But we're running into the 4 hour 50 MA, upper wick of profit taking, bull volume kind of dying down. This could be an area to short Bitcoin. But this bounce, we have plenty of room for higher low on 4 hour. Resistance 1918. Did we just get through that? We did. So we got a little double top right here, 1918, 1919. Your next resistance, 1928. Support down at 1754 and 1720. This actually could be a good area to short Ethereum. Now we have a good bounce going on, so it doesn't mean it's going to be successful. So what we're looking for is to short that lower high and then get that lower low roll over, because we're into an area where Ethereum has paused before. Hey, Red Devil, what about the monkey butt? I haven't said that in a while, have I? Okay. That's right. A Woman Empowering Act? Okay, whatever. All right. So we're down to movers and shakers. So I didn't clear off my chart from yesterday. Here's what we talked about yesterday. We said above 143.95, we'd be looking bullish. I told you I didn't have a read on Apple pre-market. So above 143.95, we'd go bullish. Below 144, we'd go bearish. And boom, we got this amazing push up. It is really extended, yet they had news this morning. So this could be a natural short with a stop of 147.38, but they have news that all 5G phones will be 5G enabled by 2022. Please verify that news. However, any type of positive hint, it kind of puts wind out of my sails. I'm looking Apple short. So let me just zoom out and get a bigger perspective. This could be a 4 hour bull flag on Apple. So if we get some bear breaks with very little follow through, it could be an opportunity to go long Apple. And here's what we want, folks. If we want to talk about some wealth building things, what I would like is for it to pull back and tighten up into Friday and give us an Apple Lotto Friday of our dreams. You know, we've been crushing those Fridays with the most likely scenarios. Well, that was ugly, but that would be awesome. But right now, this looks like a 4 hour bull flag on Apple, so it's hard to get bearish even though we really ran hard yesterday. I would say as long as the 4 hour EMAs are below us with candle closes below, same thing with hourly, I would stay bullish Apple. Price action wise, I would go bearish at 147.38, but this just has some Momo. Amazon got an upgrade. It definitely has been one of the weaker technology names. I posted in the TCG room, aggressive bulls are looking to buy that dip below 3,500. And I had my order set at 3,500 and I got the fill. I sold most of it yesterday because we kind of fizzled out toward the end of the day, but it was a great day. Think about it, y'all. If you can go, oh, that didn't work. $72 with an options call on Amazon. That is a huge move. So Amazon got a pretty big upgrade today. I am bullish Amazon above 35.92 and I am bearish Amazon below 35.58. I'm just keeping it simple for myself, and I'm going to watch NASDAQ and how this 15-minute EQ resolves. It will give me a clue on NASDAQ. So Netflix had a mixed bag yesterday with earnings. So they haven't set the stage for us. So now Netflix is out of the way. They didn't bomb earnings. That's a check in favor of the Amazon bulls, but they didn't crush it either. So we don't have a read now. So we may just EQ out. That is highly possible. Let me say it again in layman's terms. So today we could have a full inside bar since we had this large range, $72 from the low to the high yesterday. We're opening toward the higher end. We did get an upgrade which could propel it above 35.92, but the Netflix earnings sure didn't position us well for that. So an inside bar actually would be a welcome thing. Then tomorrow we could play that inside bar. Because if we get above straight above 35.92, it may be too extended to go long. Okay, sorry. We're almost out of time, and I'm not only on the third name. CCL, Dan has been posting about this, and it's also pulled up in my scan as a high volume scan. Top fish setup on these travel names. They're getting pretty extended. $22 would be an aggressive bear level. A more conservative bear level would wait for around $22.40. Top fish setup. This is my King of the Mountain trade for the day. CCL to the short side. CMG, earnings beat, so y'all know what I like to do. Wait for, if RSI on the 5-minute gets oversold, so here it is right here, you see it? So if RSI gets oversold in the 5-minute, I would go long CMG. They had multiple upgrades and they killed earnings. So let me just kind of eyeball. Okay, so our level 1626.57 prior resistance. If we can get to that level today on a pullback right here, if we can get to that level on a pullback, that would be a level to go long. Now these spreads are horrendous. So what does that mean? If you were buying I would buy like a 1650 or 1625 call. The bid and ask could be like this. Do not hit market or you'll get filled at $21. You need to park it right in the middle. So in this scenario with $6, I'd park it around $18, limit bid. If I don't get filled, I don't get filled. And if you're an options trader, I would mark this part in the video and go back and just add it to your knowledge base. If you already know this, great. It's just a great reinforcement is park your bid on these wide spreads. Shop. CMG, ISRG, Melly, all terrible spreads. And if you hit market, you're going to get hosed. So I like CMG to the long side. King of the Hill trade, I would say 6.5 out of 10. ISRG, they had earnings, they had a beat, and they had a beautiful chart before then. Like this chart. So we had this squeeze over here and we popped. I like ISRG for the first 5-minute oversold on any pullback, maybe to yesterday. Well, that would be too far down, yesterday's high. Maybe around 970, 975. I like ISRG to the long side. Melly, I like it to the long side. We had good news last week. I like this chart, and we have a squeeze forming, and we have our first green histogram. I like this to the long side. If you're not experienced playing Melly options, don't. Paper trade it. It can kill you. Netflix, very mixed bag, just a premium burn type trade setup. We are getting stuck underneath this hourly 200 MA. The sub thing, they were expecting 1 million more subs or something like that, and they actually got 1.5 million. I thought that was the most important number of the day, so I wouldn't be surprised if we went bull on this. Resistance 537, then 544.39. Very muted response, as Dan said. It's become such a big company that's probably everything is already digested. Tesla, we have this daily EQ. We were bottom fishing it back here at 621, but a lower high is still expected on the daily compared to 690. 9328 had a beautiful move yesterday, but just beware, the bears are looking to top fish this daily EQ level. I don't know where it's going to stop. It had a wonderful move yesterday with a lower wick of bulls buying the dip, so I'm not going to front run this short. XBEV, bullish news. Baba took a stake or something, had nice volume in pre-market, so there's your levels, 41.96, 42.85, support 41.32, 40.89. Don't like these China names. It's not going to be a king of the hill for me, but had nice pre-market volume. QQQ, support 357.56, then down at 353.80, resistance 359.87, and then 360.28, your SPY levels. Here they are. You want to screenshot that? All right, what's MOMO? MOMO means momentum. Okay, we're going to go over Space has a daily inside bar. I had already prepped this one looking at it, but I don't like trading it because it's below the daily 50 MA. But down here, logic says to be looking to the upside. So your resistance levels are the high of yesterday, 32.37, the low, 29.54. So, but once you run into this daily 8 EMA on any bounce, I'd be looking to go the other way. So space, daily inside bar, lots of volatility to trade, and we got to get over this 33.30 double top in order to get some momentum going. Coin, we got 6 minutes until Dan starts. Coin should being just the operative word doesn't mean it will. Had a good day yesterday. Had a nice double bottom yesterday. Wow, what a beautiful bottom fish that was. So we got a good bounce overnight on crypto. So coin may be looking up. I'd be looking 232.34 resistance and then the 235 area. Coin could have a great day. Resistance 23369, then 23447. You're welcome, Don. You're welcome, Michelle. That's it for me. I'm going to go listen to Charting Man Dan. I hope you have a safe day. I had this ETFDB. I had this pulled up for CMG. So CMG is listed in 13 ETFs. That's not a lot of ETFs. If you want to see the comparison, Apple's listed in 248 ETFs. How about that? 248 compared to, what was CMG? 13. CMG can do its own thing, meaning if the market were to pull back, CMG, one of our king of the mountain plays, if the market were to pull back, it could keep going to the bullish side. It can separate from the market. So it's a money badger. It can do its own thing. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me, and use stop losses.